Hello Virgo, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, so that's from the 29th of March to the 12th of April 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle, and this is a Compendium of Witches oracle that I'll be using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Virgo for the 29th of March to the 12th of April 2021. What messages are here for Virgo for the next 2 weeks? What does Virgo need to know now? I'll use that as a bonus card, Virgo, and I'll draw you 2 more. Let's see what you get. So you've got roots, which is about foundations, stability, and, you know, looking beneath the surface to see the root, the causes of situations. But let's see what else comes up. You have the alchemist, which is about finding the inner workings of things. It does sort of hearken a bit to the magician in the tarot, but it's also about, you know, looking at, finding out how things work, looking beneath the surface to that smaller level, and understanding things and piecing things together in order to be able to create, manifest. So yeah, you know, they fit quite nicely together today. Roots and the alchemist and the staff, which talks about movement, going, you know, I get a sense going beyond your usual boundaries, and that may be, you know, looking deeper into things. And then again, I get a sense of setting down firm roots. And going places, going somewhere with something, taking something far. You know, I get a sense, you know, having to travel a bit, even if it's not in a literal sense, but, you know, having your resources with you in order to make a bit of a journey. And that could be a journey of discovery. So there you have it, roots, the causes, the inner workings, the alchemist, drawing it all together, discovering, and the staff, a journey. So let's see, though, where the rest of the reading goes. Let's see what's on the cards for Virgo for the 29th of March to the 12th of April 2021. What messages are here for Virgo for the next 2 weeks? What does Virgo need to know now? So this is the lovely Anna K Tarot. Oopsie. And I'll be using this to draw an 8-card spread for you, with the first 2 cards depicting you where you are now. The second 2 cards offering some guidance. No, I lie, sorry. The second 2 cards highlighting the challenges you face at this time. And the next 2 cards, they will be offering you guidance, giving you some guidance from divine energies. And then The last two cards may reveal your possible outcome. Oops. This is a very jumpy tarot. Okay, so you've got the High Priestess that managed to actually leap out. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles, where you are. And then your challenges are the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And then your guidance is the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, 2 eights. Stability, finding stability there. And then you've got the High Priest and the Seven of Swords in your outcome cards, with the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is such a nice card to have at any time. It's about comradeship, sense of unity, stability in family, sort of like a unplanned celebration among friends or colleagues or comrades, and it's connected with something that you've collectively built up together. You know, they're celebrating their harvest here, so it's a celebration amongst loved ones, amongst friends, and you know, it's sort of, you know, it's success to some extent. But where you start, there is, yeah. I mean, you're maintaining a balance, you're juggling things, you're being practical, firmly stable, even though around you things may be in flux, but with your flexibility, you're able to hold things together. You're just keeping it there. I get a sense of that feeling that you're managing to maintain this situation. And I think for a lot of you, it may well be to do with work, but you know, it's a general reading, so you take from it what resonates. But you're also here, the High Priestess sort of makes me think of, in this particular High Priestess especially, of, you know, things from beneath the surface are starting to come up now. So although on a practical level you're keeping busy, flexible, everything's bright, you're juggling things around, but the background, beneath the surface, there are emotions coming up, there's knowledge, there's feelings that perhaps you're suppressing with hard work. I just get that sense for some of you. So there you have the roots. What's going on below the surface? What is causing this challenge, this sense of despair and mourning? Because you've got the Five of Cups here in your challenge row. It shows that grieving over a loss, and you know how heavy that hangs on you, how it colours your day, even though things on a surface level are bright and clear, there's a gloominess towards it, you know, in you. Sorry about the cat. And there's your challenges, is to sort of to work through this. I mean, I know the general message for Five of Cups is, you know, you've suffered loss, you're mourning, it's very difficult and it's sad, but you need to focus on what is bright. You know, there's a new doorway, even though something has broken down, has ended, and it's distressing and it's just gloomy. If you turn your attention to brighter things, you'll see that there's new beginnings, there's new potential, there's new possibility, there's still something worth enjoying in your life. However, I get a sense that you're trying to do that, you've been trying to do that, you're juggling here, you're keeping things on an even keel, you're focused on work, you have been trying to, but what I get a sense the reading is suggesting, the cards are suggesting that you actually need to work through it on a deeper level. You can't just keep busy. You need to focus. You need to master your emotions. You need to get, you know, the Queen of Cups is about being certainly steeped in emotion, but through that, she's mastered them. She's overcome it. I get a sense of, take time, mourn what loss it is that's underlining and blocking your happiness. Mourn that thoroughly. Get to the roots of it. Deal with it. Face it. And find, this is all like that, finding the inner workings, because it's going to dog you until you do that. That's just the sense I get today. It's sort of quite deep. And I'm sorry about the cat's tail there. Yeah, put your tail there. So there's your challenge, is to work through I'll hold this up because the cat sat where and put a shadow on it. So it's to work through a loss, a grieving, and in order, and like really get to the bottom of it, do some serious investigation, self-work, self-reflection, and master that grieving, accept that loss. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm never one to say brush over it and just, get on with the rest of your life. This is something that's deeply hurt you, and it needs working through so that you can master it. And working through it requires getting to the roots, the bottoms, a lot of shadow work, and finding the inner workings of that. So I get a sense there's something, some loss, some grievance that you haven't worked through, and it's dogging you. So your guidance there is, mastering again, this is more going back onto the surface, it's mastering a skill. It sort of praises you almost for focusing on the practical things and getting to, putting your focus and your attention. You're doing well, you're honing your skills, and it may well be through mastering. But until this underlining sorrow is brought to the surface and addressed, I get a sense you're always going to feel this trapment. This sorrow is going to be on your shoulder, and that's sort of shown in the Eight of Swords. This is a sense of being trapped, a sense of being held down, even though on the surface level, in reality, you're fine and there's a lot going for you, there's a lot of progression, but there's still this shadow work that needs to be addressed. So it's quite a serious reading coming out today, Virgo, and I'm sure for some of you it resonates more fully than for others. But it sort of suggests, you may be feeling held down, and this is what's holding you back. This is what's holding you down. Even if it's only a small thing, I mean, for some of you it may be a profound loss and grieving, but for some of you it may just be a little grudge or something that just is going to bug you until you work through it. That's just the sense I get. So where does it take you? It takes you to more structured learning in a constitutional way. I get a sense of, this might lead you on to a deeper self-analysis or structured realization or learning under some mentorship. So it's almost as though you're going to do this thoroughly and properly and in a conventional way, and it's sort of like really I get a sense here, it sort of shows how it exposes or really shows a sort of a self-deceit. It really resonates with feeling that you may well have been, realizing how you've deceived yourself, how you have covered things up. and where you may have thought you were just doing that to keep a brave face, or put on a brave front, or to keep things going in a practical way. It sort of highlights the time stolen, the energy that was consumed by a grieving or a loss or sense of sadness that has dogged you. And I get a sense with the Hierophant here, sort of you led away from that, and realizing how detrimental it has been is what your outcome is, that realization. And then through that, being able to really connect with those around you, and sort of finding you've come home once more fully. And I just get a sense of being fully connected with those around you, with those who love you, and being able to celebrate with them again, truly and fully. So this is your journey. It's difficult, and it's a bit of self-exploration. But it leads you to a brighter, stabler, and happier place. Truly happier place, not just a busy place that keeps things on the surface. So I think it seems quite a personal reading, to be honest with you, but I hope that it resonates with many of you, and that you enjoy it anyway, for those that don't. So there you have it. You know, on the surface things are great, studying, learning, doing the practical things you need to do, but there's something underneath the surface, something down below that needs serious addressing, because it is shadowing or shading your enjoyment of life. And through working through that, finding the inner workings, and mastering it, coming to terms with it, accepting it, naming it, it may just well be enough. But it shows through this, you may do this quite thoroughly and quite officially, in a structured way, but you realize the time lost and the energy lost in the past, and you're able to now reconnect. You're able to then reconnect fully with those who have been waiting for you to connect with them, to share with them, and to get truly and fully involved. So there you have it, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have a good 2 weeks. And God bless you till we meet again.